if he would have went to Chicago earlier, but he came to Cleveland to play with you, and you trade me at the half. And didn't tell D-Wade you was trading him, just like you didn't tell him you was leaving Miami. All of this he's doing in the sleazy way, and now we finding out that this man was the one who put the poison in James Harden's ear to leave OKC so he can split up that young core. Bro, I made a G today, but you did it in a sleazy way. This man is a sleazeball. Like, there's no other way to put it. This man is a sleazeball, man. But LeBron is LeBron. That's my dog. But just thinking about how things would have been if Harden would have stayed with OKC, man, who knows what would have happened. Kevin Durant. And so the starting five, I don't know when it airs on Netflix, but it's the second season. The first season was pretty good. The second season has Halliburton, SGA, Kevin Durant, James Harden. I can't remember who the fifth guy is. Maybe Sabonis. I'm not sure. That's the starting five this season, and they already released some of the snippets. And man, you got to hear what Kevin Durant was saying, man. And I can't wait. This is a good way to tease this season because I'm interested in that conversation. Kevin Durant started the conversation, and James Harden kind of chimed in as well when they was talking about James Harden leaving OKC. I don't know if y'all heard this yet, but listen to Kevin Durant talk about how he feels like Wade and LeBron were instrumental in getting James Harden to leave OKC, and they were very happy once he left.
What pissed me off is like Bron and D-Wade and so many dudes around the NBA sending tweets out like, congrats to my bro, James. He got his, like, he going to Houston, he gonna kill it. When they was just happy that we wasn't together no more. They was so happy. I know Bron and them was so fucking happy that we wasn't together no more because we was on their ass. Everybody in the league was like, man, James, I'm so happy you in Houston, man. You gonna kill it, bro. My bro. I was like, shut the fuck up. Y'all just fucking scared. Y'all knew we was on the way.
So that was a short snippet, but pretty much. So when James Harden was a sixth man for OKC, he was doing phenomenal work. I guess the reason why they brought him off the bench is because they were starting Cephalosha, who was a defensive specialist. And I guess if you're getting points from KD and you're getting points from Westbrook in your starting lineup, it's kind of redundant to have James Harden out there. So they did the Ginobili thing with him. You know, just like Ginobili would come off the bench for the Spurs and be a spark, and he'd come out and get his 20-point steal. That was doing that with James Harden. And it would have worked if they could have kept doing that, you know, just like, you know, Bruce Bowen was a defensive guy. You know, Cephalosha was a defensive guy. So I think that would have worked if they kept James and he continued to be a six man. They went to the finals. James was very young, probably 21. I think Westbrook might have been 21, 22 maybe. And Kevin Durant was the oldest one that was probably 23 at the time. So they very young, way before they prime. They get all the way to the finals with that squad. And it's time to re-sign Harden. And they was getting close to the money, but I think they said, Kevin Durant said that they went and played in the Olympics, and Harden, Westbrook, KD is there, and Wade, they just played Wade and LeBron in the finals, and you know it was a battle. You know, Miami Heat ended up winning convincingly though, but you know they was a super team in their prime playing against three guys who were before their prime who got all the way to the finals. So if they stay together, it's gonna be trouble for the league. So Wade and LeBron got very strategic in telling to James Harden, man, you better than six man, dude. You need to go get your own squad. And that's what KD is talking about. And he said once he finally decided that he wasn't going to accept the money from OKC, he was going to test free agency. And once he signed with Houston, he said Wade and LeBron was tweeting all happy. Yeah, you about to go eat. You go out there. That's my dude. That's my teammate. How y'all talking about some? Yeah, my dude James Harden about to go eat. And he said it pissed them off how happy they was because they knew what they had split up and they knew that the Thunder was on the rise, right? Perkins came to that team that year as well, and he got a perspective on it. And this is how he talked about it.
You were on the Oklahoma City Netflix season 2, starting 5 is coming out. There were some clips dropped this morning. Did you see the clip from Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
This one right here. What pissed me off is Bron and D Wade sending tweets out. Congrats to my bro, James Harden, when he was shipping out to Houston. I know Bron and them was so fucking happy. We weren't together no more. We were on they ass. Y'all just scared. Is there truth to that? You were in that locker room, right?
He fucking knew before this. He fucking knew before James and the tweets came out, before James left. KD came back. They were all at the Olympics, right? They just one gold. James was there. KD was there. Russ was there. And we went into training camp, and KD was like, bro, we're going to lose James. And I'm like, what you mean? It's like, bro, we're going to lose James. And I was like, why? He was like, Bron, D Wade, all of them was telling him that he needed his own team. That he needed his own team.
People don't understand the psychological warfare that goes on
that
out
he
there.
needed his own team and this, that, and other. So I'm like, nah, man, JH. And then all of a sudden, the contract negotiating started. And so I went to like holler at James, like, what's up? He was like, nah, I want the max. I want to be a franchise guy. So
and then
right
what's wrong
there,
with that?
But again, like I understand living in the past, but like going back and revisiting the past. But if you ask James right now, would he have rather stayed in Oklahoma or had the career that he had when he left? I guarantee you he would have took that career in that path. Because I knew he was going to be good. I didn't know he was going to be great.
So, boy, we talk about getting it in the sleazy way. So we got LeBron leaving Cleveland in a sleazy way with the decision to join a super team in Miami with Wade and Bosh, right? And getting 2 cheap rings the sleazy way. But while he was in Miami with that super team, he also tried to get Carmelo there at one point. He also tried to get CP3 there at one point. So now, not only did he want to win with a super team, he wanted to win with a super duper team. Talk about a sleazy way. Then once he seen Wade getting older, he left the Heat to go back to Cleveland with a young stud in Kyrie, and then traded the rookie they just drafted for Kevin Love. And then when they wasn't clicking the way he wanted them to click, they do a midseason trade and take all the help, Iman Shumpert, J.R. Smith, Timothy Mozgov, from Carmelo to put on his squad. Knowing that's your friend in the East, you want to compete against him. Nah, forgetting competing. I want the guys that you got as role players as my role players. Even though I already got a superstar in Kyrie and a all-star fringe superstar, maybe, did he reach in Kevin Love? I already got this and I got my role players, but I want more role players. I want J.R. Smith. I want Iman Shumpert. I want Miles guys. Give them to me for little or nothing. Did that in a sleazy way. Then he left there, and before he left, he gets Isaiah Thomas because he was trying to sneak in the background and have Kyrie traded before it was contract time, because he didn't think that if Kyrie got the max that they was going to be able to afford to keep certain players. So, hey, man, what have y'all thought about trading them? And he probably, I don't know what the name was that he wanted, but it was probably Chris Paul because he wanted him in Miami. So he probably was going to trade Kyrie. Kyrie found out about it and was like, nah, trade me now. Don't wait the contract year. Don't wait the next year. Trade me now. Right? And he gets traded, gets Isaiah Thomas. And then in the offseason, they get Derrick Rose and D Wade. And he couldn't even play with them the whole season. Traded all of them at the deadline. And that's supposed to be your boy, D Wade. He could have went to Chicago and went home and played. Maybe his sons would have, they would have seen daddy a little bit more if he would have went to Chicago earlier. But he came to Cleveland to play with you, and you trade me at the half. And didn't tell D Wade you was trading him, just like you didn't tell him you was leaving Miami. All of this he's doing in the sleazy way, and now we finding out that this man was the one who put the poison in James Harden's ear to leave OKC so he can split up that young core. Bro, I made a G today, but you did it in a sleazy way. This man is a sleazeball. Like, there's no other way to put it. This man is a sleazeball, man. But LeBron is LeBron. That's my dog. But just thinking about how things would have been if Harden would have stayed with OKC, man, who knows what would have happened. First and foremost, the Thunder did some great drafting, bro. They got Westbrook. KD was a can't miss player, but for you to find Westbrook and Harden, even though Harden was a lottery pick too, but nobody remember him at Arizona State actually he didn't have one of those March Madness tournaments where he just went off and put himself on the map. You get what I'm saying? He didn't have one of those moments like Steph, or like I think D Wade had a moment like that at Marquette as well. Like, he didn't have one of those runs. So you can say he was a little under the radar, but like he was a lottery pick. But dang, you go find that gem in Harden, you go find Westbrook. I don't know where you found Ibaka at. You found Ibaka. Jeff Green was at Georgetown. I remember him beating the Tar Heels handedly in the tournament. You get Jeff Green. You missed on Robert Swift, but he was a high school player, athletic. He was kind of like Chet Holmgren before Chet Holmgren without the perimeter skills. Tall, skinny white kid that was athletic, can dunk and stuff like that. That was finding some gems. Eric Maynor coming out of was he VCU? Maybe VCU. Eric Maynor, I think he beat Duke by himself in a tournament. You get Reggie Jackson, you find him out of Florida State. Like, they was getting some gems, dog. But I think the first mistake was letting Jeff Green go. But they didn't know what to do once they got Ibaka. I think they had to let Jeff Green go because he was playing power forward for them, and I think they wanted Ibaka for his shot blocking and his length. But Jeff Green was he was a bucket, dog, at 6'8", 6'9" at power forward, but he was really a small forward. Like when he went to Boston, they had him playing 2 and 3. Like, he was a wing. But he played power forward at Georgetown, played a little power forward with Kevin Durant and OKC. I would have loved for them to stay together, but Serge was good. But if they could have kept Jeff Green, man, thinking about that depth lineup, if you play Jeff Green, Ibaka at 5 and KD at the 3, those three as your fourth court, and then Westbrook and Harden, would have been insane. Would have been insane, man. But letting Jeff Green go was the first mistake, but it wasn't horrible because you had Ibaka. But then letting James Harden go was the straw that broke the camel's back, really. Like, you was just in the championship. Why would you let that go? But James Harden not feeling comfortable in the role of 6-man, like, he didn't want to get caught in that, because once you do it, if you let Jamal Crawford and Lou Will explain it, how once the coaches found out you was okay with that 6-man role, that's all they signed you for. They automatically got you marked as the 6-man when you get there. Like, you perfect in this role, like an actor typecast himself. You do the same thing with that. So you never seen nobody give Jamal Crawford a shot at starting. Same thing with Lou Will. Same thing with Ginobili. Once you embrace that 6-man role, you stuck. And James could have got stuck. And we never would have seen what he did at Houston. And that was good to see. Right? But you can't help but to think what would have happened if he would have embraced that 6-man role and been what Ginobili was to San Antonio to OKC. We never know. Right. Greg said, let me call in on this topic before we close out. Okay. Yeah. Call in, Greg. I'll put the number up. I'll take 2 phone calls on this one. Shout out to Greg Anderson, though. RT the brand said LeBron loves the game of basketball. Yeah, he loves it. Yeah, he do. I guess he won't retire. He won't retire, man. Caller from Illinois. What's up?
Hey, this is Greg Anderson. What's going on, big man?
What's popping, man? Long time no hear from. What's your thoughts?
Man, bro, I've been on the grind, Jack. I've been on the grind.
Good.
Hey, look, all these goofy videos, they done paid off, man. I'm out here doing content for these politicians and businesses and all of them, so I don't get a chance to sleep. But I'll be listening in on the playback, though.
Yeah,
man.
I love it.
Smoking.
Yeah, I love it.
Hey, check it out. LeBron's still a sleazeball, bro. Okay? Let's start going backwards. The same thing he did with Harden, he did the same thing with Anthony Edwards. Remember talking about the face of the league? Oh, you don't want to be the face of the league. Yeah. All they do is LeBron is a sleazeball, bro.
That's funny, man.
That's funny, ain't nothing changed. The only thing changed is the year he did the same thing with AE. Oh, and let's talk about OKC. The reason why they traded Jeff Green, if you remember, they were building their team to go against the Lakers, the Twin Towers. They had Bynum and Gasol. So they got rid of Jeff Green and brought in Perk so they can have Perkins and Ibaka. They didn't see Miami coming. And that's what happened. That's kind of what forced that decision.
That makes sense.
They were thinking about what's now and not what was next. Because what came next was that small ball era.
Yep.
That depth lineup era. And Jeff Green would have been perfect.
Perfect for that.
Okay,
bro. Yeah. Jeff Green and Serge would have been perfect for that.
Yep. But they ain't see that coming. But your boy LeBron, let's get back to him. You know, I'm sick of people making all of these excuses for LeBron. I've never heard this many excuses for somebody that is not a winner. It's like, oh, he didn't have enough help. Did you realize last year he had 2 20-point per game scores? Austin Reeves averaged 20 points a game. Man, when has Mike ever had somebody that averaged over his third score averaged over 16 points a game?
Never.
And even listen, and then they always want to talk about Scottie Pippen. I love Scottie to death. I'm from the shop. I done watched his whole career. Man, if Scottie Pippen played like he was supposed to play, Michael had 9 rings. Because he choked some of these. I remember I was in 5th grade. Scottie Pippen is the only basketball player that ever made me cry. He choked so bad in a game 7. I remember it was the first time my mama let me spend the night over somebody else's house. And we was watching the game, and Pippen was just choking. He was like 1 for 19 or something like that. I cried, bro.
Oh, man.
That might have been the last time I cried in real life, man. Scottie Pippen, man. So if he played like he was supposed to play, Mike could probably have 10 rings.
You remember this graphic right here from '96 finals?
Oh man, I'm on my phone, so I can't even see it.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll watch it on the playoffs. Hey, but Scottie Pippen, look, if he played with LeBron would have had his ass traded right after the playoffs.
Easy trade.
Easy trade. Or if he would have kept him on the team, guess what Scottie would have been? A 3-and-D player. Because he would have just been camped out in the corner because LeBron is ball dominant. Pippen wouldn't have had the chance to be Pippen. Lamar Odom wouldn't have had the chance to be Lamar Odom.
No.
That's why I know that. Like a lot of these players that you just think that like if I swap LeBron with this player, with Kobe, with Mike, the Bulls would have won. He would have won 6 titles too.
No, sir.
He wouldn't have.
No, sir.
No, because it's his style of play, and he's uncoachable. So we don't know that. We don't know what kind of coach that. What's this guy, David Blatt?
Mm-hmm.
Look, he had the same amount of experience that Phil Jackson had. When Phil Jackson came to the Bulls, he was a CBA coach.
Yeah. He actually had more experience than Phil because he won a whole lot overseas. Phil didn't win that many times like Black did.
Yes. So man, I'm just sick of the narratives. I'm sick of these people like dancing around the truth. Tell the truth, man. Your boy underachieved.
He did.
That's just what it is.
He did.
Like, even when he went to Miami, talking about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bro, you got 2 rings.
Yeah, that's crazy. And look, and he know he underachieved. That's why he's still playing, trying to collect more data and stats for everybody to. I guess I don't know. I guess he's trying to create some type of separation between him and the next guy with stats, and that he's making up for all the failure he had.
failure. I'm talking about like LeBron, the type of cat or whatever. Like, he's the type of cat that been married 3-4 times, bro. It's like, dude, just be single, man. Just be single. Go to church. Go to church.
Yeah,
go to church and become a minister, man. Hey, you can't just go family to family to family to family, bro. Just give it up, bro.
Hey, ain't that what that dude was doing in that movie? Stepfather.
Yeah.
As soon as the family ain't perfect no more, he kill everybody and leave and go start a new family. That's what LeBron doing.
Hey, look, LeBron cannot be the GOAT because of accountability. Accountability, right? Anytime you hold him accountable, he runs. If you call him a bitch, he runs. Dwight Howard. Look, that's what messed up his 6 rings. Because if he kept Dwight Howard on the team,
they would have ran
that would have been his answer for Jokic.
They would have ran it, dog. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, look, the C is cookies. But Pat Riley didn't give him a cookie, and he got so mad. He got mad over some cookies than he did over San Antonio Spurs running. You know what I'm saying? A next level offense on them.
Yeah, and a dominant 2 on them, or they ran a box and 1 on them, and the 1 wasn't guarding them.
The 1 guard.
They ran a box and rover on them.
Right. Hey, and the D why he can't be the GOAT is defense. The man don't play defense.
No, he don't. He plays selective D.
It's simple as ABCD. It's as simple as ABCs why he can't be the GOAT, man. Accountability, bitches, cookies, and defense. Hey, man, I'm going, man. I'll listen to you up there, man.
All right, man.
Love, bro.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
It was one caller from Utah that was trying to call in, man. I if you can call in right now in the next 10 seconds, I take the call. But if not, I'll move on to the last topic. It's been a fun stream, y'all. Y'all been holding it down for the boy. Oh, it's Kentucky. Hey, Utah, you ain't get in, dog. Kentucky got in here before you did. Caller from Kentucky, what's good?
Hey, what up, man? Good to be on the show again.
What's good, man? What's your thoughts, bro?
So this is what I gotta say about the whole thing. Now, I gotta say I'm a Cavs fan, and I will honestly say I apologize for what LeBron has done. But with all seriousness, though, now the whole case with like Kevin Durant and what he said about the Olympics and everything with LeBron and D Wade, like talking in Harden's ear and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's some like grimy crap there because, you know, I can understand having an advantage and maybe trying to do stuff like that, but like, you know, you wouldn't hear something like from past players like trying to get into people's ears in that sense and like destroying a team in terms of what they had going for them. Because to a certain extent, he kind of did, in some ways, kind of messed up a possible dynasty. Even though the Thunder was a great team and they had deep playoff runs, if they would have probably kept Harden, they probably could have won a finals or two. Maybe they could have beaten LeBron and everything. But with that happening, I feel like they probably didn't have like that score like they did with Harden.
Right.
At the same time, too, if Harden doesn't go to Houston, there's a possibility he might not become the star that he is.
Correct.
And you know, in certain regards,
but what's wrong? Ginobili still made Hall of Fame. I mean, if he would have won, like he wouldn't have been the Harden we know of now that got all the scoring titles. But maybe he has multiple rings with OKC as a 6-man, like Ginobili did with San Antonio, and he gets in the Hall of Fame that way.
Yeah, like he would still get in the Hall of Fame, and I think in certain regards, it probably would be better on his resume and like what he was able to accomplish. Like, it's great to have the MVP. It's great to have the 6-man and everything, but like most people, they're going to remember titles and everything. So, like, in regards to Ginobili, yeah, he could have went to, another team and started, but does he have the success like he does in San Antonio?
No, he wouldn't. Not the winning. Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
So in regards, they would still see him as like a great player, but not have them titles. And I think the case being is like with Harden, I can understand where he's coming from because it's like, you want to be the man, you're still young and everything, but they had something good going. And maybe if he was probably a little older, he probably would have maybe just been like, well, let me be the sixth man and maybe we can win the titles. If it doesn't work, then I can understand leaving then and wanting to leave.
Yeah.
Like still like good.
Yeah.
But in regards to that, I can understand where like KD might have some issue with LeBron. They like in regards to him leaving OKC himself and going to Golden State. I know he said because of LeBron, that's why he decided to make that decision.
Yeah.
So in some regards, maybe that was kind of like a get back at LeBron for what he did.
That's a good point. I mean, that was his motivation, man. Like, dang, man, like you had a super team in Miami. I faced you. You got the ring. We didn't get it, and we didn't get a chance to run it back because you got my guy to leave. And now I got an opportunity to make sure that the team that you done formed in Cleveland don't make a run. I'm gonna go join the team that you just beat and make sure you don't win again. And that's what he did, man. But that's a good point, man. I appreciate the call, man. I'm gonna take one last call and I'm gonna get to the last topic and we out of here, man. Thanks for the call, bro.
I'll say there. Oh, one last thing too.
Yeah.
In regards with LeBron as well, he is like trying to make up. Like I know you said something about him getting the stats. There's good things and bad things. Yeah, he'll have like a big boost on like his overall points and assists and everything. At the same time, too, he's also hurting himself because he has more missed shots and more turnovers.
And more turnovers.
He might end up having 6,000, and no one won't catch him for that.
No, that's for sure, man. All right, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's welcome. Have a good night. Be safe.
All right, Aaron, call in, big dog. Let's get this last call. Come on, Aaron. I bet you Aaron let the caller from South Carolina beat him. Let me Aaron. I knew it. The caller from Florida. Come on, Aaron. I'm trying to get you in here. You keep getting beat to the punch. Come on, Aaron. Call in. Call in. Call in. There we go. All right, Aaron, cut YouTube off in the background. Go ahead. You got the floor.
Hey, man. What's going on, Mel?
What's poppin'?
I've been trying to get that caller before. He said exactly what I was trying to get on and say. Man.
Okay.
Now that we're hearing that from KD, that because I lost all respect for KD for what he did when he left OKC and went to Golden State. I still kind of feel a way about that, but now it all makes sense.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It makes sense now because it puts everything okay. KD's still holding on to that. Like, man, we had something special in OKC, but listening to them guys over the summer in the Olympics, boosting Harden head up, it was like, dang, you know what I'm saying? It do make sense because, dog, he is worth the money, but man, we got something special. And so I don't understand Kendrick Perkins' whole. The way Kendrick Perkins started it off, like, man, KD, like, to me that didn't make any sense. Like, why you even starting your statement off like that? Like, if KD came to you and was like, yo, I think we're gonna lose James Harden. Like, I don't understand why Kendrick don't feel a certain way about it. Because he's a LeBron guy.
Yeah, he's a LeBron guy, and he was in the room with Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye, and they're all LeBron guys too. Like if I would have played the rest of that clip, you would have heard Channing Frye and Richard Jefferson giving Kendrick Perkins pushback, trying to vouch for LeBron like it wasn't a bad thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm like, why is it Kendrick kind of upset about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it makes me look at Draymond Green differently now. Well, I always look at him differently now. And I'm like, damn, is Draymond playing? Is Draymond like, is he like the mole to help keep Golden State from?
The way Draymond act is if he let LeBron clap at some point, like, you know, that's what it's given, and I just don't see it no other way. Like I don't see how you could be all for this dude like that. Like that's weird energy, dog. Like,
I'm looking at Steph. I'm like, Steph, bro, you the alpha male on the team, dog.
No, he's not.
Like,
no, he's not.
I get the quiet. Well, he should be. He should be.
Yeah, but he's not.
But the thing is, bro, you like all this being quiet and nonchalant. Bro, I would have had Draymond shit out a long time ago, man.
Facts.
Like, nah, we gotta do something. We gotta get this guy out here, man. Well, this guy, he in the bed with the enemy. Like Project Pat says. I
bet you Draymond could just move into Steph's house without his permission right now, and Steph would never kick him out.
Probably, man.
I think you can.
Hey, and back to, if you remember Jackie McMullen, you remember she used to work for ESPN.
Yeah.
She broke the story. A source had told her that Cleveland was shopping Kyrie Irving for Eric Bledsoe and Paul George at that time. Because Eric Bledsoe was part of Clutch. And so it was right after when LeBron in that post interview was like, we need another playmaker. And, you know, everybody was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? How you throw your team under your bus, especially Kyrie, after he just hit that big shot to win y'all a championship. You mean to tell me you need another playmaker? And then shortly after that, that's when everything unfolded. And then Kyrie was like, nah, get me out of here.
Sheesh.
Because word, that was the rumor. Jackie, I still got that thing saved to my phone because LeBron fans be trying to give me pushback on it. But nah, Jackie McMullen she wrote an article saying that a source came out and said that they were looking to try to acquire not Eric Bledsoe. What was the young Bledsoe cat?
Eric Bledsoe, but you talking about he played for the Pacers with Paul George? It must have been George Hill then.
It was Paul George, and what was the Bledsoe kid? He was super athletic, man.
That's Eric Bledsoe.
That was Eric Bledsoe. Yeah, him. Yeah. Yeah. So she broke that story, man. But like I said, it gets covered up because, like you said, LeBron's a sleazy guy.
Yeah,
he's a sleazy guy, man.
He is,
and
for sure.
And I can't wait. I can't wait to hear more about the AD thing because the Morris twin, he let it slip. We haven't heard no more from him after he let that slip.
Yeah, facts.
But that's going to come out.
Facts.
That's going to come out later, and I can't wait to hear that, man.
Facts.
Like, all you LeBron fans, man, your boy is a sleazy narcissist, man. He's a sleazy cornball narcissist. That's exactly what he is, man.
For sure. All right, man. Thanks for the call, man. I'm going to move to this last topic. Get out of here.
All right.
All right, bro. Yep.